Hello, welcome guys to this Lua tutorial, and for this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to trim the Love2D offline API or wiki. As you can see here, this is the whole extracted wiki, which you can download for about 100 something MB, and then if you extract that, you'll get around 200 something. So there are files like here, like Portugal, and Dutch or France or Polski, which we don't need if we're only using the English. So we can manually delete this by just using regex for if you have file explorer like this Dolphin Explorer, but we want to do it since we're developers, we want to do it the code way. So first, let's create a file here in your directory where the base directory of that document or docs folder. So let's create a Love2D Wiki Trimmer. So we're going to use Lua here. So first, we need to use the LFS, which is the Lua file system, which is a very useful library. You can install that with LuaRocks, and then let's create a table which will contain all the strings we want to remove. So we want to remove this string, the Dutch or Dutch or something, and then Portugu, short for Portuguese, and then we have Fran, and then we have Polski. There are other files I've already removed before, such as we also have Pa, which is Espanol, and you can add more if you want to remove something else. So first, next we want to get the directory where the files are stored. So since we're doing this the command line way, we need this. So arg is a table that contains all the parameters we pass using the command line in Lua. So we want to get only the directory. So since we're in this base folder, in the docs base folder, we want to search for the files here in the wiki folder. So that's what we want, and then for that, let's assert first. So if this directory variable is false, or if it is nil, it means that the user didn't pass any argument in the command line. So we want to throw an error and stop there. So arg1 is the directory where the files are stored. Okay, next, if we didn't get any error, means the user input or pass arguments, we want to use the directory of the Lua file system, which is LFS, and pass there the directory variable. So we're going to check all the files there. So first, let's just print the file. Okay, let's see what happens. So if we type Lua, and then we type the name of the file we created, and then if we press enter without passing any argument, we get an error, right? But if we pass the wiki, see, it prints all the files there. Let's say if we put something different, like haha, it's an error. So let's return to Vim. So that is now working. So next, we want to iterate over the table we just created. TR means to remove, but we can't use that variable since we have this table variable to remove. Okay, so do, and then if string, we're going to use the Lua string library, find file, and then the TR. I'll explain this in a minute. Okay, so basically string.find, the first argument is the string you want to search for, and then TR will be the string to find. So if this let's say the first iteration we have the Dutch string, and then we search the Dutch string in the file, which is the file name, and if that returns something, that means the string library, the string.find library found an occurrence of that tr into that file, so it will not return nil. And so if that doesn't return nil, means that file name contains the string, one of the strings we want to remove, and therefore we want to delete that file. So if that happens, we want to check first what file is that, what file is legit. So as you can see here, we have the Portugal, Dutch, Portugal, Polska, and Fran. So those are the only files we want to remove, and so we can now remove it. We can print it, like say file, and then is removed, and space, and then os removed. So we will use the os library from Lua. And then here, be careful, we need os remove since we are in the base directory. We are not in that same directory where the files are. We want to pass the file there. So, and then slash, and then concatenate the file name. There we go. If you only put this file, it will return error since we're not in that directory, in this directory that we passed, in the wiki directory. And so I put this os remove function inside print, because if this function successfully deleted the file that we put in the argument or in the parameters, this will return true. And if that returns true, that will we will see it because it will be printed. If something happened, like didn't delete it because of copy or protection, file protection, something, this will return nil and along with the error. So let's save that, and then let's run this again. Attempt to concatenate a boolean value. Okay, wait, we messed something here. Let's see. We want to print the file and then concatenate with the string, and then concatenate with the os remove, then the directory, and I don't see what's wrong. It's still there. Let's try to debug this. The directory, wait, yes, we are in the docs. It says in number 17, line number 17. So the problem is here, print that file. This is a string, right? File is a string. Wait, let's try using toString. Maybe that is not a string. Oh, the problem here is with the boolean value, so this is not the problem. The problem here is with this, the os remove. So we can just say the string, and then there we go. See, this file is removed true, this file is removed true, and so on. And as you can see here, we got rid of the files. There's no more other non-English file, or if, yeah, oh, we still have this S key and T ng V something file, so let's remove that as well. We want S key, and I don't know what that language. It's like I'm speaking my native language, which is Tagalog. Okay, so let's run this again. And as you can see, a lot of files now are removed. We have ASCII and so on. Let's clear that. And as you can see, we didn't trim anything, but still that's saved for space saving. Okay, so this is how to do it in Lua. So I hope you understand something and learned something from me. So as always, we will now end here, and keep on liking and subscribing on my channel to get updated for future tutorials. Thank you. Oh, and I will be posting this code in GitHub. Don't worry. I will put the link in the description below, so be sure to check that out. And see ya.